I'm your favourite wrestler, Dirtbag Dave Stewart. Watch Cheap Shot Entertainment or else.
And don't mess with me again.
This is awesome!
Hello and welcome once again to Cheap Shot Entertainment. As ever, I'm Luke and you are the Cheap Shot Nation. And we're going to take you through everything that happened at Hope Future 19. It took place at the Shirebrook Welfare on the 21st of April 2019. Fantastic show as always, really nice venue. Although the ceiling is a little bit low, which we'll get to later on in this video. But if you want to know more, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook and do all the YouTube-y type stuff like subscribing and all that kind of stuff. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below. And yeah, hope you enjoy the video. And like I say, we're going to take you through everything it is and give you a little bit of a review of Hope Future and hopefully encourage you to get your tickets to the next show at Shirebrook Welfare if you're in the vicinity. So yeah, enjoy. And so we move on to the first match in an action-packed show for you on Hope Future 19. First match is Alexander Hyde, member of the Omen, of course, coming out of back with his Omen teammates. Of course, he's one half of the Hope Future Tag Team Champions currently, although I get the feeling they're using the Freebird rule for this. Incidentally, if you've watched the video from Friday night from Hope Evolution, there was a reference to mini eggs, and that is because Alexander Hyde bought some mini eggs to the ring and he ended up getting slammed on them. Incidentally, we went down to the shop beforehand and got some mini eggs, and he really appreciated the gesture, although he did end up smacking them out of our hands and sending them into the crowd. But obviously he's heel, so he's not going to enjoy the mini eggs without some destruction to go with it first. And he's going against someone who I haven't seen ever, but apparently he's trains at Progress Wrestling, which is quite impressive, and as Alexander Hyde would allude to later on in the match, basically that is now run by NXT UK, because they work quite closely with those guys and girls down there to get new talent for their shows. It's Jack Ball, very impressive young man he is as well, deserves everything he gets in professional wrestling, as Alexander Hyde said. And that being said, I really enjoy Alexander Hyde's style. He's definitely grown on me. Love his t-shirt. I will be getting one of those. Obviously, Alexander, I wouldn't be able to wear it in the video, hence I know, you can see what's behind me. It's a green screen, so I wouldn't be able to wear the t-shirt, sadly. But I do appreciate the fact that it is a really good design, and it's on a different coloured t-shirt to a black t-shirt, incidentally. Wrestling Friends Review t-shirt available now via print, obviously, because I don't know. Anyway, great match. We had the high-flying ability of Jack Ball, very impressive indeed. Lots of kicks, lots of high-flying, and really took it to the more powerful, more experienced Alexander Hyde in this one. Owen wasn't at ringside. They have full confidence in all of their members, of course. TJ Lee leaving Alexander Hyde to fight for himself, which is really good. I like that. It would be Jack Ball that would come out on top in this match after a springboard RKO pin on Alexander Hyde. After the match, Hyde would pick up the microphone and say how much he respects Jack Ball and say about his progress in Progress Wrestling, in the never missing a training session over the last 3 years, and he deserves everything he gets in the future. So I can only think that WWE might be picking him up, as I mean, he's very CM Punk-like, for example. And after the respect shown to Jack Paul, it would be Omen that would come out from the back, led by TJ Lee, chanting their rinse, repeat thing, ascend, whatever it is, and attack Jack Paul. This would infuriate Alexander Hyde, and he would push his teammates back, even going as far as slapping them in the face, and said he'll take both of them out if he does that again. At that point, obviously, it is 2-on-1, and the Omen attack Killer Kenny and Jack Turner turn on Alexander Hyde, beat him down. All the while, TJ Lee is reading his sermon from his footstool, his book, and yeah, they take out Alexander Hyde with a double team move, knee to the back, and clothesline. So expect more from that storyline as we progress through Hope Future into Hope Future 20 and 21, and 22 now has been announced as well. 20 is happening next week on the 27th of April. So we next see the Hope Kings of Flight champion in Hope Future. It is the absolute chicken legend known as Danny Chase, and he is going against Alex Cupid, a Hope Future favourite in Shirebrook to this point, and really both guys so good in the ring, have great chemistry together, and this match was really good. Got the crowd going quite well as well. Lots of new faces I saw in Shirebrook today, so they get a taste of what Hope Future has to offer. Again, quite crowd, but again, that's because there was lots of new people. Incidentally, the room wasn't as warm as it was on Friday, but that's because I think it's a bit of a newer building than the Forest Town Arena, and it's probably got air conditioning, plus the doors were open as well, so that's always nice. It was really nice today, and yeah, really nice venue. Anyway, on to the match. Alex Cupid versus the absolute chicken legend. Alex Cupid and the absolute legend Danny Chase had a very good match, very evenly matched. They were fighting outside the ring, they were fighting inside the ring. The match didn't even get started for a little while because they was fighting outside the ring. It would be Alex Cupid that would be on top for 90% of this match, with Danny Chase doing his best act of being heel, which he does very well. The crowd very much behind Alex Cupid, even chanting for DDA at one point during the match, even though DDA wasn't there. Just gets Danny Chase's ire up, which I'm always for doing. Anyway, it would be Danny Chase who would win this match by another cheap shot, as Alex Cupid would win the battle after a melee on the apron, win the battle, send Danny Chase back into the ring ready for the pin and the finish. It would be Danny Chase that would kick the ropes into Alex Cupid's, as he said, quote, thingy, to take out Alex Cupid and get the pin. So another dirty heel victory for Danny Chase, but it's still a victory. If you don't get caught, it's not cheating. and that's just the way Danny Chase rolls. So Danny Chase is your winner in this match. A great match. Again, the crowd did get behind this one a bit more than the first match, which was also a great match. Always great matches at Hope Future, you know, you hear me say that quite a lot, but this match was really good and definitely got the crowd going for the rest of the afternoon, which we'll get to now with the third match of the show. And the next match, it's a bit of a free-for-all. It was billed as a triple threat match scheduled for one fall, and it featured Troy and Kieran Saint. Owen Charles gets introduced to the ring, he gets on the microphone, says he's got Troy a little bit of a birthday present. Happy birthday, Troy, if you're watching this show. I know you do, even though this will be even though this will be uploaded on the internet after the fact. It's your birthday, but happy birthday. And Charles got him a present. Troy comes out to the ring, turning a little bit face future Troy. I get the feeling that you're doing that with a lot of chanting going off and lots of sort of facey, sort of mid-range face heel things going off with your character. Anyway, Owen Charles gives Troy a gift. He gives him a gift of it's a teeny-weeny towel. So it's not just a tiny towel anymore. It's a itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny towel. Troy says that's not enough to cover him. Everyone got behind it and shouted "tiny towel" to him again. He loves it. Really nice bloke. Probably destroying your character there, Troy, but absolutely sound. Always got time for Troy. So Owen Charles and Troy are in the ring. Troy says he really appreciates it. We sing happy birthday to him and he loved it. We next get Mark Banger Rolls, or as we like to call him, Shaggy, who introduces his best tag team partner in the world, Scrappy Doo, otherwise known as Kieran Saint. And they're your three competitors. When the Omens music hits, it's Jack Turner who then says that he is the fourth man in this match. So we then get a fatal four-way match, just a complete melee really. Four guys in the ring beating the tar out of each other. So Troy would spend most of the time outside the ring, crawling around the floor. I think he was making sure there was no cracks in the floor, you know, making sure it was all fine just in case someone fell out. Jack Turner sort of hurt himself on the way out a couple of times, got his leg caught in the ropes, and also hit his back on the apron of the ring as well. So he was out most of the match. So it would be Owen Charles and Kieran Saint that would fight for the duration of this match really, with Jack Turner and Troy interjecting themselves at various points. Troy trying to get back in the ring, Jack Turner just beating him off. Kicking him off the edge of the ring, Troy taking a much needed rest halfway through the match. But it would be Owen Charles, the master of the multi-man match, that would win this match via a curb stomp to Kieran Saint. Troy and Jack Turner both on the outside, couldn't get to the inside of the ring to break up the pin. So your winner in this fatal four-way match is Owen Charles, and he wins via a curb stomp. After the match, he incidentally goes and sits down, puts on a lucha mask and continues to watch the show, which is pretty cool, doing the merch and things that he does. Anyway, great match. Again, really good match. 3 good matches so far. More reason to get down to Shirebrook to watch the show and support Hope Future, the future of independent wrestling in the East Midlands comes from Hope Wrestling. The next match is the first half main event and is the 4th match of the afternoon. It would feature the treacherous, heel-turning Kyle Kingsley, future favourite he's turned his back on the fans now, and really is becoming a bit of a whiner, a bit of a whinger, so to speak, in Hope Wrestling. So yeah, he's in the ring. Well, he doesn't get into the ring. It's Riley Nova who is doing the ring bell and things like that, helping out. Carl Kingsley would come out and run straight over to the merch, attack Riley Nova without provoking him or anything like that. Just attack Riley Nova, beat him round the ring, and Riley Nova would eventually get back out of that. It would be Mark Lasek who would be Kyle Kingsley's opponent in this match, who would break this melee up. So yeah, Riley Nova and Kyle Kingsley have a bit of a feud going. There's no secret to that. Riley Nova releasing a video of putting a promo on Kyle Kingsley. If you haven't seen that, go over to Riley Nova's social media pages and scroll through the feed and you'll find it. It's quite funny. He calls him a bit of a knob, yeah, very interesting promo from what you would call a fresh-faced Riley Nova, just putting the age up a level and the intensity up a level in those matches, in those videos rather, for his previous match with Carl Kingsley, which he won. Obviously, Carl Kingsley is not happy about losing to the younger Riley Nova. Obviously, previous friends they were as well. So we've not seen the end of that feud either. But it would be Mark Lasek who would win this match. Carl Kingsley would hit various backbreakers throughout the match. Lasek would eventually come back, would win with a handspring cutter for the pin. Carl Kingsley coming very close so many times in this match and not quite getting that 3. You could see him getting visibly frustrated, and that did eventually lead to his downfall in this match. Your winner is Mark Lasek in this match, and again another great match to finish the first half of what has been one of the best future shows that I have ever had the pleasure of going to. So well done to the lads and ladies. They can't forget the merch ladies. They did their job as well, very, very well. And yeah, really great show so far. Definitely worth getting your tickets for the next show, which incidentally will be on the 19th of May. Unfortunately, I can't get there, but that doesn't stop you from getting there, Cheap Shot Nation, and supporting Hope Wrestling and independent wrestling in general in the East Midlands if you're around the area. So we're going to go into the 5th match, the penultimate match of Hope Future 19, and tell you everything that happened in that match. The next match is the first match of the second half. It is the penultimate match of the afternoon, the 5th match out of 6, however you want to see it. It is the former Hope Future champion, Mark Sanders, Mean Machine Mark Sanders. Great performer in the ring, carried that belt like a champion, even though he's a bit of a heel. And he's still got the tassels. Tassel Mania. And he's going against my boy, Jack Cave. Jack Cave had a interesting weekend, a very mixed weekend in terms of what I saw. He had 3 matches over the weekend. He's lost all 3 of them. But apparently in the second match he did get DQ'd. I don't know where that match took place, so Jack, if you're watching, put it in the comments down below and let us know who else you wrestle for, because I wouldn't mind getting over to one of those promotions and giving you my support from Cheap Shot Entertainment as well. But it would go against the Mean Machine, Mark Sanders. Jackie Cave gave it everything he could get. Mean Machine is just too much for Jack Cave on this this occasion. Jack Cave would come out in the main event and get the better of Mark Sanders. So you could say he may have lost the war, may have lost the battle, but he definitely won the war in terms of Hope Future 19. Incidentally, he did become a tag team champion on Friday, as far as I'm concerned, and most of the fans in Mansfield were concerned, but that was thrown out and he didn't actually win the championship, but he held it in his hand and he is that close to getting that win. So Jack Cave, we're behind you all the way on Cheap Shot Entertainment. But like I say, it was Mean Machine Mark Sanders who would get the better of Jack Cave on this occasion. He absolutely dominated Jack Cave, unfortunately, but we all know Jack Cave is one for punishment, even to the point where the match didn't start for at least 5 minutes as Mark Sanders suplexed Jack Cave on the outside of the ring. No padding there, it's not WWE, it was straight on to the parquet flooring that's in the Grosvenor Rooms, and then throwing him over the merch table as well. So Jack Cave really went through the rinser in this one. Got dominated by a machine, and Mean Machine Mark Sanders would eventually pick up the win with a jackknife powerbomb. Quite ironic, really. Jack Cave got beaten by a jackknife powerbomb, and also the lights got beaten up as well. Don't do well in the Grosvenor Rooms in terms of, not in the Grosvenor Rooms in Shirebrook Welfare, in terms of the lighting setup, because yeah, they quite often hit the lights when doing moves, but it would be Mean Machine that would pick up the victory. Interesting match. Obviously it wasn't a hardcore match, but they did battle outside the ring, which was pretty cool. And when they got in the ring, it was Mark Sanders who would prove he was the more powerful of the 2 combatants, and yeah, pick up the win in this one. Sad times for Jack Cave, but he's still going and he will get that win. I am confident of this, that he will get that win eventually, either on a main Hope show or on Hope Future. However it happens, I'm right behind you, Jack Cave. So earlier on in the day, it would be Hustle Malone that would post a video on his social media calling out Sam Killer Kenny, alluding to the fact that he had lost clean to Kip Sabian on his farewell match, and he wasn't now waiting for any opportunities to come his way. So he's just challenged. He knew he was having a match with Killer Kenny, Sam Kenny, but he's now made the challenge for a street fight, and so it was to be a street fight. Sam Killer Kenny versus the LED Nightmare Hustle Malone in the main event of Hope Future 19. Again, great match. Everything you'd expect from a hardcore match. Killer Kenny comes out to the ring first, gets loads of weapons out, chucks them in the ring. Hustle Malone comes out to his usual fanfare, and the crowd getting really behind Hustle Malone in this one, because he is that damn good. He is so cool. Love everything about Hustle Malone. Really nice guy as well. Runs Sacrifice Pro down south in Milton Keynes as well. Really good wrestler. Really nice guy. Great character as well. Comes out to the ring with a chain round his neck. He does wrap that round his wrist, round his fist, and smacks the chair out of Killer Kenny's hand. From there, it broke down a little bit. There was a bit of fighting outside the ring. There was fighting inside the ring, and lots of chairs being used to do different moves. At one point, Killer Kenny sets up 3 chairs in the corner and does a move to Hustle Malone to the chairs. So usually when that happens, the heel sets it up, or whoever sets it up goes through the chairs. It didn't happen this time. Killer Kenny managed to put Hustle Malone through those chairs. It would be at this point that we'd start getting the run-ins. Hustle Malone would then get the upper hand, and it would be who came out first? I don't even know who came out first, but someone came out first. I think it might have even been Jack Turner coming out. We would then see hold on, I've got a list here. We'd then see Jack Cave coming out, Owen Charles, Mark Sanders, Troy, Kyle Kingsley, amongst others. All of them hitting a finishing move, all of them getting low blowed, including Troy low blowing himself because no one else was standing at this point. That was hilarious. This is the reason I love Troy as a performer in the ring. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely sound, so funny as well. It was absolutely brilliant. And yeah, eventually Hustle Malone did pick up the victory when all was said and done, and everyone was basically feeling the pinch, shall we say, from the low blows and the various moves that people had put them through. But it would be Hustle Malone that would hit the Sister Abigail on Sam Kilkenny after the melee, after the smoke had cleared for the win. Your winner is Hustle Malone. Got to be one of the funny. In fact, I've got a quote from one of the kids that does go to Hope Wrestling regularly. She's the daughter of Michelle, who runs the ticket office, so to speak, collects your money as you walk in. And she said to me, "Tell TJ she's missed the funniest match she has ever seen, or not seen in this case, because it was absolutely hilarious." A couple of really funny matches over the weekend that we've seen, and it was brilliant, really good. Hustle Malone wins, picks up the victory, gets momentum going into the next lot of shows for his potential title opportunity. He did cash in the Money in the Bank's briefcase, the most wanted briefcase, in November for a main event match at the 6th anniversary show. So yeah, we've still got that to look forward to. That's usually in August. Hopefully it's not going to be the beginning of August, because, well, maybe it will be. I'm happy with the very, very beginning of August, just not after the 9th, because I'm going on holiday. So yeah, that's everything that happened in Hope Future number 19. Can't believe we're on 19 already. Such a good show, such a good concept. Basically Hope's version of NXT. Very much family friendly, very much worth getting your tickets. It's £6. There's a raffle, there's merchandise, and a bar at both venues that they go to regularly, at the Grosvenor Rooms and of course at Shirebrook Welfare. And yeah, just really good show all round. Don't have a bad word to say about it. Was a bit of a mixed bag in terms of how everything was set up. Emma wasn't there to do the ring announcing, but the Protege did step in as well and do a really good job, usually the referee, and we had a different announcer in the second half who would get involved in that last match. Actually, I didn't mention that. The melee would start with him getting involved. Did hit a choke slam, so I wonder if we're going to get a new wrestler in Hope Future. Only time will tell, and we'll have it all right here on Cheap Shot Entertainment. So just before we do the sign off, we've got some future shows for you for future, Hope Future. We've got the Hope Freak Show happening on the 26th. That is this Friday coming up. It is in the Club Republic in Leicester. Sure, if you go onto the Hope Wrestling Facebook page, you can find the address. And Joe is actually looking at trying to run a bus from Mansfield, I believe, if enough people are interested. Unfortunately, I'm at work, so I can't go, but it's an option, and I've heard that it's really good over there as well. We've got Hope Future 20 in the Grosvenor Rooms on the 27th, which is the Saturday. That is in Sutton in Ashfield. Again, you can find the address and buy your tickets at hopewrestling.co.uk. Future 21 going into May on the 19th in Shirebrook. That is a Sunday at Shirebrook Welfare, and going on to the following week on the Friday 24th of May, the day before my birthday, so I'm very much considering booking like an hour off work to finish early and head over to that, and that is in the Grosvenor Rooms in Sutton in Ashfield. So there you go, there's all of the Hope Wrestling shows for the next month, so get over to hopewrestling.co.uk and order your tickets. And that is everything that happened at Hope Future 19. Took place at the Shirebrook Welfare in Shirebrook near Mansfield. It was £6 to get in, and it was on the 21st, Easter Sunday, 21st of April 2019, and great show all around, very well balanced. Crowd a little bit new to the whole live wrestling experience, but ultimately the matches were really good. I had a really good time with this one, lots of interactions with the wrestlers. They tend to look in our direction. I don't know why. Maybe it's Lee's shiny head, I don't know. Answers on a postcard or in the comments section down below. Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Join us for all of that. Hit a Sister Abigail on that subscribe button and a DDT on that notification bell to know when we upload new content to the channel. Got lots of new things coming up for you. Thinking about doing an interactive map of all the places I've been to go and watch some wrestling, and really enjoying doing the reviews at this point in time. So show us your love as well by doing all those things I've asked you to do. If you don't, that's fine. If you do, then cool, and get in contact with us, because we love to hear from people who watch the show and give us some insight into what we can do to make it better. Always open to suggestion and different ideas that people may come up with. Maybe you want more WWE 2K19 videos, I don't know. Just let us know what you think we should do, and we'll see if we can get those done for you. You are the Cheap Shot Nation. I am your host, Luke, and I will see you next time on Wrestling Friends Review for Cheap Shot Entertainment. Goodbye.